What is up, guys? So for this video I decided I'd do something a little bit different. Rather than just giving you guys, some overall advice for stacking, I figured I'd try to do some videos that really were targeted more towards beginners by talking about different aspects of silver stacking and breaking them down for you. So for this one I'm going to be breaking down constitutional bullion, basically explaining what it is, what are the benefits and the downfalls of it, and yeah, that's about it. So basically, constitutional bullion, at least the way I've come to know it, is just any kind of bullion, usually in the shape of rounds, that is going to be, backed by the government. And these are not like generic rounds because of the fact that they do have a numismatic value, therefore making them coins rather than rounds, just like, anything else produced for circulation. Now, what you're looking at right here is the 2008 Philharmonic, and unfortunately this camera quality is not the best, but it is a 2008, and it does say 1.5 euros, which is how much its face value is, in terms of what the government basically is saying that it's worth to them, I guess you could say. And it's a really beautiful coin. But basically, yeah, these things are going to cost you a lot more than obviously the 1.5 euros. They're going to be worth their silver melt value plus a little bit more. So unlike generic stuff, that they do have a little bit more of a value to them, and they are collectible, not only because of the fact that they have silver in them, but because of that little bit of extra, rarity to them. They're not as common as generic rounds, and they also are over time usually do see a value increase. Like, you look at this series isn't too old, it's 2008, but you look at something like the American Silver Eagle, which goes all the way back to 1985, and if you have one from 85, especially one that's graded in MS69 or even MS70, which would be extremely rare, that's going to run you a huge amount, just to buy that thing, as opposed to buying one now, which is not going to be nearly as much. So that is one thing that people see potential in, is growth in value over time, just like people see the potential in with silver as well. Now that's a completely different story, but basically that is constitutional bullion in a nutshell. It's just a coin produced and backed by the government, and usually, like I was saying, they are more collectible than something like a generic round, and they are a little bit, in my opinion, a little bit better to have, just because of the fact that they do have that little bit of backing on them. They do have a nicer design, and I feel like they have more potential to grow than a generic round. Then again, in an economic collapse, who's going to care, because government backing means nothing, literally, at that point, if the economy were to collapse. So you can make that call for yourself. But what are the pros and cons of this, when you compare it to any other form of silver? Now, some of the pros are, they are very compact. Being pure silver definitely helps that, or just about pure, 999 fine silver, they are also going to be, due to their shape and size, not only are they very compact, but there are many accommodations for them, such as, the tubes that hold usually 20 of these things. These are perfect for those, because if you want to order in bulk, you could order tubes, or if you're just ordering them just to have them and you're trying to, create full, or whatever your plans are, these are very well accommodated by those tubes. And, they also are a great way to stack in terms of, they kind of are right in the middle, between stacking for weight and stacking for numismatic value. They do both for you. And so overall, they are just an amazing thing to have, in any collection. But there are some cons to them. One is the fact that, especially this one, you can notice it on, they will get milk spots on them. I don't know if you can really see it with this camera, but all along here, this one unfortunately does have some milk spots to it. That is a big problem with these, generic bullion. If they got milk spots on it, who cares, right? I don't even have any generic bullion that does. I only have a few rounds. Most of mine's in bars, and none of that has milk spots on it. But with these, unfortunately, that is a problem, because that can decrease value a little bit, and it's just overall unattractive. And also, another kind of problem with them is the fact that they're going to be, I mean, because I know I was saying it's kind of a benefit to be right in the middle, but at the same time, they also would be hurt by both silver price crash, because they are pretty closely tied to the value. But they'd also be hurt during an economic collapse due to the fact that, you know, they are simply worth more because of their collectability. They're not worth just their silver. So maybe that's a kind of a pro and a con, I guess you could say. But other than that, there's really not too many big problems with these. You know, they are really nice to have. And overall, I do like them. So I'd say they are one of the 4 essential things to have in your stack. Besides these, I'd say it is probably going to be, you know, your generic bullion, your junk silver, and then your numismatically valuable silver. I'd say are the big 4. And that's personally, for me at least, that's what I think it is. Anyway, though, I hope you did enjoy the video and you learned something from it. But yeah, just a brief summary of numismatic bullion. And that's it for this one. Peace, love, and much respect.